Welcome to Coaching for Creatives with Kirsten. My name is Kirsten Call. I'm a therapist-trained life coach and a children's book author. Together, we'll get the drama out of our lives and onto the page. Let's get started. You are listening to episode 95, When You're Resentful. Have you ever pretended you wanted to do something because you didn't want to be selfish? Have you ever sacrificed your time and opinions to make other people happy? Do you ever feel like you're doing more than your share of the work? These sorts of things lead to very real feelings of hurt, bitterness, and anger. If you're simmering with resentment, and many of us are, it means you're not taking care of yourself. Perhaps you're people-pleasing and lying to yourself and others. So today we're going to talk about some things to get yourself out of that negative cycle. Number 1, notice your resentment. I feel like noticing your feelings is the first step on many of my podcasts, but it's crucial to actually understanding ourselves and feeling better. It's always good to intentionally pay attention to what we're feeling. Number 2, ask yourself these questions. Do I feel used or mistreated? Do I feel embarrassed or humiliated? Do I feel taken advantage of or unappreciated? Do I feel forgotten or unseen? Do I feel discriminated against? If your answers to any of these questions is yes, you're most likely feeling resentment. Now that you've answered the previous questions, you're ready for number 3, which is identify the source of your resentment. Are you resentful because you have a full house of perfectly capable people and you're the only one who does the dishes? Are you resentful because you expected to have more time to follow your dreams, but instead you're catering to other people's needs? Perhaps you're feeling resentment because no matter how hard you work, you keep getting rejection after rejection in the book business. No matter why you're feeling resentful, it's important to figure out. Number 4, give yourself grace. Practice empathy for yourself. If you're judging yourself for feeling resentful, stop it. Delete those judgmental thoughts and replace them with thoughts like, it's normal to feel resentment in situations like mine, or it's okay to feel resentful right now. I'm feeling resentful, and that's okay. Giving ourselves permission to feel resentment, even though it isn't a pretty emotion, is healing. We need to allow ourselves our human emotions, and not only allow, but embrace. Number 5, give others grace. Once we've given ourselves grace, we need to give others empathy also. Think about what they are thinking or feeling in your personal resentment scenario. Are they purposefully offending you? Do they even know how you're feeling at all? Or have you hidden your resentment and let it simmer without having a conversation with the person or people who you feel wronged by? Think about the situation from their point of view. They may think you want to be the only one in the house who does the dishes. They may think it's your lifelong dream to spend your days cleaning up after them. But seriously, it's important to really think about whether we have communicated our needs. Number 6, reframe your narrative. I'm sure this one surprises you. If someone says or does something that feels critical, don't buy into it. Other people don't know your full life story. They don't know what's going on inside of your head. And if you notice yourself blaming other people for your own feelings, don't buy into that either. Notice when you really just don't want to do something, or you really feel used or wronged. Notice the thoughts you're having. They might be something like, I shouldn't have to do all the work around here. Why isn't anyone volunteering to help? Why am I expected to say yes to everything? If I do what I actually want to do, I'll be judged, etc. When you catch yourself thinking these thoughts, stop. Delete those thoughts. That's not the neural pathway you want to grow and build. You want to build the neural pathway with thoughts like, I have a choice. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. I can choose to set boundaries that work for me. I can take care of myself, which leads me to number 7, which is take care of yourself. Resentment stems from not taking care of yourself. We feel resentment when we do things for other people that we really don't feel like we want to do or have the bandwidth to do. So let's talk about some ways to take care of yourself. You can schedule in time for self-care like walks in nature, reading time, meditation, yoga, exercise. Taking care of yourself will look different for you than it does for me. I love drinking herbal tea in the china teacups my mom gave me for my wedding. So I try to do that every day. I make sure I take walks in nature. I try to have time to read, to be quiet, to ponder, to pray. If I don't make time for these things, I start to feel resentful. Also, I make sure I really want to do something, that it's something I want to do before I say yes to it. If I feel forced into something, it's much easier to feel resentment. Number 8, remember, you get to choose. As adults, we choose what we do and how we do it. We don't have to let fear of judgment or resentment control our actions. For example, I don't like cooking. I can choose to not make dinner. I can choose to have everyone eat cereal for dinner. And I can choose to not worry about being judged for it. So empower yourself, knowing you really do have choices. So as you find yourself resenting other people, and it happens to all of us sometimes, stop blaming others for your emotions. Stop feeling like a victim and empower yourself by becoming the hero in your life story. Rewrite your narrative to make it exactly what you want it to be. Your body and your mind will thank you. Until next time, keep smiling. If you like what you've heard, check out my Get Yourself Unstuck program. Go to KirstenCall.com. That's KirstenCall.com and schedule a free consultation today. Coaching for Creatives is produced by Kirsten Call. Music and audio engineering by James Call.